Hi, it's Mrs. Collector here. In this video I'll be giving you a trailer breakdown for Netflix's The Witcher. If you like what you see, why not subscribe, share, like and hit the bell to be notified of new uploads. We got the first official trailer for The Witcher and I have to say it looks awesome. And it's got me so excited to watch. Make sure you watch the trailer first and then come back and watch this video. The show will be based more on the books than the video game and there will be no main villain in season 1. This will air in late 2019 with 8 episodes. The trailer starts with Geralt of Rivia, played by Superman. We then see the people in the town are looking and watching him as he walks through. We then see this shot of Geralt fighting off a monster in what looks to be an abandoned building, maybe a church. For the people who don't know, witches are basically monster hunters for hire. We then see Geralt with a bloody face in what looks to be the same town with a mob of people behind him. I think that Geralt has just defeated the monster which was terrorising the town, or it could be a group that Geralt was fighting, but I think it will be more the monster. Then we see a group of tribal women alongside our first look at Ciri. All we know about Ciri in the Netflix version is that she is a mysterious new person that comes from royalty. We hear them talk about elves being the first people in the continent, but the tribal women don't look like elves, they don't have pointy ears for one. Then we see a group of people on horseback, which I'm guessing they're looking for Ciri. We see that Ciri is surrounded by people and Geralt. She seems to let off a scream blast attack and that seems to send them all flying. Then we get our first look at Yennefer, with her trainer or teacher. In the books, Yennefer was born a hunchback. In the trailer we see Yennefer has a deformed jaw and hands, which later we see that they're perfectly fine. I think that this will be a vision or a dream. We then see Geralt next to a rock, which shows us that there will be lots of different locations, including frozen lands, oceans and jungles. Then we saw that the trainer levitated a rock and the flower dies, which shows that magic comes with a price. This happens when the tribal women are explaining that elves taught humans how to turn chaos into magic. Then we see that there are some guards. I'm thinking this is shot in a palace. The guard is swinging down and this happens as it flashes to a woman screaming. And we see an attack on innocents later on in the trailer. I think that there will be a lot of massacres in this season. We then get a shot of the man who is talking in the narration and talking about the history of the elves and the humans and magic. He is talking to Yennefer, so I'm guessing this man is Istrid, who is one of Yennefer's lovers. I also noticed all the skulls in the background, which I think will be hinting at they may be in some sort of crypt or somewhere that dark magic can be practiced. Then we get this beautiful shot, which I'm guessing will be Aretuza, which is a magical academy for young ladies which is next to Garstand on Thanet Island. We see Yennefer's teacher looking like she's teaching young women which have rocks and flowers in front of them, just like we seen her earlier on in the trailer. Then we see Ciri with snow behind her. We see that there's a fire where we can see there's a house banner in it with the house banner of Sintra. Then we get to see some sort of secret meeting. I did notice that they're all holding cups, so they might be making some sort of pact here. We see Yennefer smashing a mirror with her reflection in it. Then we see what looks like the Kingdom of Lara soldiers have been killed and their horses. It looks like all the blood from the dead lead to the carriage, where there is 2 people and one might be holding a baby. I think that this was powerful magic user who killed these guards, because there doesn't seem to be any other fighters here. We then get another shot of Geralt in the same abandoned building from the beginning, which made me think he's on some sort of mission. We see him again in some forests. We then get another shot on the same building, but it seems to be focusing on a monster this time. Then we get our first look at Triss Merigold, who is a sorceress, who is lecturing Geralt on only wanting to kill monsters and getting money off for it. The next shot shows us that Geralt who has been bandaged up, so he definitely gets injured, and I'm guessing that Triss will heal him. Then we see Geralt collecting an item from the same abandoned building. Then we get this shot of Sintra, which looks like they are in the middle of a knighting ceremony. Then we hear that an unknown girl will be extraordinary. which lines with this shot of Ciri. Then we see that Ciri is in the desert next to a magical tree. Maybe this is a vision? We see Yennefer's teacher telling her to imagine the most powerful woman in the world. Then it flashes to Yennefer looking upwards at something, as she looks ready to fight. Her teacher asks her if she has what it takes. Then Yennefer screams in pain. Do you think that Yennefer is having some sort of magic done to her to cure her? We get this first look at a massive battle with someone saying she's the reason why we came, which made me think that this battle was for Ciri or for the Queen. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments. We see someone running through the forest, then it flashes to another shot of Yennefer. We then see Geralt in an abandoned building with someone saying to Geralt that he can't outrun destiny. What do you think about this? Then it flashes to Ciri and her grandmother, which it looks like the grandmother is dying. The grandmother then tells her to find Geralt of Rivia, as a guard is holding her green cape, which we have seen Ciri in already. Then it flashes to Geralt fighting with some gang members, which if you've played the game, you will know that this is common for Geralt. I think that Geralt will take down the monster and the gang. This is why he's getting followed by the mob. Then it flashes to the dead monster in the abandoned house, which is followed by a backshot. Then we see Ciri telling her grandmother that she can't do this without her. Then we see her running in the forest. Then we see Yennefer in a mask talking to Geralt at some sort of festival. Then we get a couple of shots of the battle with Ciri, which we already saw earlier. First we see that Geralt is fighting, then we see some people are running. Then we can see that Ciri is fleeing with a knight. Who do you think this knight will be? I don't think it'll be Geralt. Then we get to see Yennefer screaming and using one of her powers. Then we get our first shot of Geralt using one of his sign abilities, which are special abilities that witches can use, including knocking their enemies back. We then get to see Yennefer's teacher performing lightning magic. Then it shows us Geralt with a huge monster spider. When you take a closer look, you can see that Geralt is holding something in his left hand, and when it flashes to Geralt's face, his eyes are different. Maybe he has taken some sort of potion before the battle. In the games, it's common to take potions before going into battle to increase powers. Let me know what you think about this down below, and what you think about this trailer for The Witcher. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, share, like and hit the bell to be notified of new uploads.